Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Chinedu, and today I'm going to be discussing how you can get the Golden Visa in the UAE. The Golden Visa is like the bride of choice. It's like the best visa package that anybody can get in the UAE because it has a whole lot of advantages. Number one, you have a 10-year period before renewal. So you have a full decade, a full 10 years to enjoy your residency stay in the UAE without needing to renew your visa. Another advantage that it has is that you can sponsor your family members, your spouse, your children for that same 10-year duration, and they will have their residency also available to them for that 10-year period. Another advantage it has is that you can sponsor an unlimited number of domestic help. Another advantage it also has is that you can go in and out of the UAE at will without the formal restriction on residency that says you must not stay outside the UAE for more than 6 months. With the Golden Visa, you can stay outside the UAE for as long as you like and come back in. You will not have any single problem. Everything will still be tip-top and on point. Another awesome advantage that the Golden Visa has is that there are certain benefits and perks that only accrue to government workers. If you're a Golden Visa holder, you're going to be enjoying all those perks and all those benefits. And the final benefit of having a Golden Visa is that it doesn't require a sponsor, it doesn't require an employer. So a whole lot of people have been so excited with this Golden Visa package that the UAE government has introduced, and a lot of people are going in for it. So in this video, like I said, I'm going to be discussing how you can get a Golden Visa if you're interested in having your residency in the UAE for an extended period of time. Who are those that are eligible for the Golden Visa? There are different criteria that are used to access eligibility, and the first of these criteria is investor-based criteria. Now, with the investor-based criteria, it is required that you must have a fixed deposit amount of 2 million dirhams in a local bank for a period of 2 years. Another criteria is the property-based criteria. The property-based criteria stipulates that you should have property in the UAE valued at least 2 million dirhams. A third criteria is the salary-based criteria, which stipulates that you must have a minimum income every month of 30,000 dirhams. And also you should have held a director general position or been the board chairman of an organization for a period of at least 4 years. The fourth criteria is the special talent criteria. Now, this particular group of people are those who are specially talented, especially in the area of digital technology, also in the area of creativity, culture, art, and sports. The fifth criteria or category of people are scientists, researchers, and inventors. And most likely people who have doctorate degrees in specific scientific fields. Those fields include fields like genetic engineering, fields like medicine, and fields like biotechnology, and all the like. The sixth criteria, or a sixth classification for those eligible for the Golden Visa, are entrepreneurs who must own or be a partner in a startup company registered as a small and medium scale enterprise in the UAE with an annual revenue not less than 2 million dirhams. Also, if you're an entrepreneur and you have obtained approval for a startup idea from an official business incubator in the UAE or from the Ministry of Economy, then you're eligible to apply and get the Golden Visa. Another criteria also is that you must have founded an entrepreneurial project that was sold for nothing less than 7 million dirhams. Then you also qualify for the Golden Visa package. The seventh category of people are now professionals and highly talented employees in all fields who have advanced degrees and professional experience. And The criteria for these professionals is that they must have an active contract in the UAE with a director level designation. They also should have their 6 months bank statements of their own personal account ready and at hand. They also should have fully attested university degrees. They also should have Ministry of Education equivalency certificate, and then a minimum salary above 30,000 dirhams. The 8th category of people are humanitarian workers. These humanitarian workers are people who are honorable donors or supporters of charitable organizations or causes. They could be eminent members of regional and international organizations. They could also be outstanding participants in associations for the public good, or they could be winners of honors in the humanitarian sector. These category of people are eligible for the Golden Visa. The 9th category of people are exceptional students and graduates who graduated from the top 100 universities, as well as the UAE top performing secondary school pupils. These ones are also eligible for the Golden Visa. Then the 10th category of people are frontline heroes who have made extraordinary effort in times of crisis, such as with COVID-19, in order to help and save the planet and save the lives of people. So these are the category of people that qualify to apply for the Golden Visa and most likely get it. So let's now move to the requirements. So peradventure you are in these categories and you now want to know what is required for you in order to start the application process for the Golden Visa. The following requirements are necessary. Number 1, you should have a passport size photo. You should also have your passport and visa copy ready. You should have your original Emirates ID ready. You should have a bank statement for 6 months. You should have done your medical examination and be given a clean bill of health. You should have your educational certificates ready, your equivalency certificates ready, your salary certificates ready, your trade license if you have one ready, and then title deed. Peradventure you're one of those that have property that is 2 million and above in the UAE. So what are the steps that you need to take now that you have all your documentation in place and you are eligible to apply for the Golden Visa? And the steps you ought to take are as follows. Number 1, you need to go to Google Play Store or Apple Store and download the GDRFA Dubai application. Then you register in the application as a new user. You select the required service. You attach the required documents. You pay the fees due, and then you submit your request. If you are not too comfortable downloading the app and doing it yourself, you can go to any of the AMER centers. The AMER centers are like typing centers or business centers that are designated to help facilitate a lot of government and official correspondence and documentation. So whenever you go to an AMER center, all you need to do is get to the receptionist, and at the receptionist, inform about the required service you desire, submit your required documents, pay the required fees, and then submit your application. When you now do that, a text message will be sent to you. That text message will also be accompanied by an email telling you about the status of your application. Now, if peradventure all the documents required are not complete, you will be informed by text message and email to complete your documents within a space of 30 days. So if you don't complete your documents within a space of 30 days, your application will be cancelled. If, however, your documentation and all the required documents are complete, you will be getting a notification telling you how and when your application is approved. So you will know, you'll be able to track your application process, and when your application is approved, you will also get an email as well as a text message telling you that your application has been approved. So finally, let's talk about the fees. How much does all this cost? There is a fixed service charge of 2,790 dirhams. Now, for the two different categories of the Golden Visa in terms of length of time, because there is a 10-year duration and then there's a 5-year duration. For the 10-year duration, if you're now applying for your residency, it's also going to cost you another 2,790 dirhams. And then when you want to apply for your ID, the ID fees will be 1,070 dirhams. If you're now going for the 5-year golden visa duration, of course, remember the service charge is still fixed as 2,790 dirhams. But now your residency fees are 2,280 dirhams and your ID card fees are 575 dirhams. So that is it for how to get your golden visa in the UAE. Any other questions you have, please put it in the comment. I always reply all the comments that I see to the best of my ability. I'll tell you all the information I have, and of course everything is kicking off. The new visa regime is kicking off strong in October 3rd, on the 3rd of October. The golden visa scheme has already started, but it was elaborated a bit more and new things were added to flesh it out and make it more interesting. All these are going to make staying in the UAE, or working in the UAE, living in the UAE a whole lot more of an enjoyable and a fulfilling experience. So thank you so much for staying tuned up until now. If you like the kind of content that I bring in this channel, you could do well to click on the like button so that the YouTube algorithm will boost this video to more people. If you haven't subscribed, you could also subscribe and click the notification bell so that you can get to know when other new videos come out. So see you again in the next video, and I hope that you can take advantage of all the information and all the opportunities that you're hearing in this channel. See you.